Yeah, we're back. Time to get to your calls. It's Disturbed with us tonight on Rockline. The whole band is here. Dan and Mike and John and David. Taking your calls at 1-800-344-ROCK. First up tonight from Liscombe, Iowa. Kevin, you're on Rockline.
My question is, have you guys started the fourth album yet?
Not yet. In the works.
But you want to, based by the introductory statements we had.
Definitely getting the itch to get back in the writing mode. So
nothing written formally yet, no studio time booked or anything like that.
No.
Just getting the itch a little bit there. Yeah,
definitely.
Kevin.
Very eager.
I do admit that at this point, it does get a little scary at first because we've had some success on 3 albums in a row. We had 2 number 1 albums, back-to-back number 1 albums, and we've had platinum records, and we're selling tickets. So there's a little bit of that fear of trying to make sure that we continue writing good music. I don't think we would put it out ourselves if we didn't feel as strong about it and didn't feel like we were offering something fresh, or if we were offering something that in our eyes is progressing and becoming better.
Madison, Wisconsin. Music as a Weapon 3, end of the tour, last show. Finishing off Music as a Weapon 3 was an awesome experience for us. It was one of the coolest, biggest tours we were able to do on our own as a headlining run.
Weapon ended things on a nice high note. The attendance was awesome the whole run, and it left people with a good, big rock show impression of the band, which is just what we wanted.
I couldn't keep my arms up long enough.
Got to do a drum solo for the first time in my career. I was a little shaky and a little nervous about it at first, but the rest of the guys were really cool and supportive of it, and it was fun, once we started doing a couple of them.
The production on the last Disturbed tour, Music as a Weapon 3, was huge, intense, immense. The whole band put a lot of work into it.
We were looking to end on a big note. We always wanted to bring in the pyro and have the big rock show, the big metal show, and blow stuff up.
It takes a lot out of you being up there with all that fire. It's already hot with lights. You add fire, it's extra hot.
Sweated a little bit more, but it was it was cool.
At the end of Weapon, we were just cashed. I mean, we were very happy. The tour was fun. We're tired. Gotta write a new record. Obviously, at the end of it, we were tired. Dead tired.
Fun, yes. Fucking J. Yeah!
I think our exhaustion and our elation at successfully completing the record cycle at that point was probably no better showcase than the destruction of that dressing room in Madison.
We destroyed that dressing room.
Jeff, will you open my beer bottle for me?
Yeah, I will.
That was bad. That was, I think, the worst we've ever been damage-wise to a room.
We're not dressing room destroyers by nature. It's not a thing we like to make a habit. Although there's been maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 more times in the past. There's been a small handful of times in the past that we've done it.
We've never messed things up like that before.
All I know is that there were sinks on the walls when we got in there, and they were not on the walls when we got out, and there was water flowing everywhere and a couple of broken TVs. We go in knowing that any damage we do, we have to pay for, so it's not like, you know, we're idiots about it. But then maybe that makes it kind of fun, because you're like, well, fuck it. $200, $500.
And then Tyler tried taking the hose and feeding it back into the P-trap, and that didn't work, and it went spraying all over the damn place, and everybody got it. And of course, Mikey. If somebody's breaking shit, there's, of course, Mikey.
It was just a way to let it all out. And plus, everybody knows when I drink, I like to break shit. You're gonna die, dear!
Whoa. That almost fucking hit me in the head.
You and me, motherfucker. I'm at an appointment right the fuck now. That's right. The ultimate break shit experience.
It was a great record cycle. I mean, it was more successful than I think we anticipated and imagined, given the environment. But we've always been fortunate in that way.
Even though we talked about like continuing on beyond Christmas, when Christmas came around, I think we all were like, let's just stop.
Let's wrap this one up and go home and take a very short break, and then we just wanted to start writing.
Guitar, Dan. Guitar, Dan. Not really. Not guitar. Not really guitar, Dan. Yeah, guitar.
I think that at the end of Fists, you always have a dawning in your head, the whole notion of, okay, this is what I feel is the best work we've been able to do to date. How are we gonna either match or surpass what we already did?
That's the only time I get a little bit worried, you know, because you always think, oh, what if I have writer's block this time? What if I can't do it right away? I wanted to start getting in writing mode as soon as possible, at least the music end of things with Mikey, mainly because of his wedding and the birth of my child. I wanted to have a lot of the music written before that, because I knew that at that point there would be a little bit of downtime with the honeymoon and with me having some time with my son and making sure everything's okay there and playing daddy for a bit.
But daddy is crazy.
Hey! You better stop that.
I think February, Mikey and Danny started getting together to work on some ideas to throw at me.
The anticipation was killing us.
We came to the conclusion, without trying to duplicate or recreate the sickness, we wanted more of that attitude, more of that vibe.
Where my head was at and where it continued to be at with all the things that had gone on in my life. And I just had a whole bunch of really horrible personal shit going, one thing after the next.
Inside the fire.
I was inside the fire.
Otherwise known as inside Dave's garage.
It led me to telling him, just give me the darkest, nastiest, most aggressive shit you can throw at me.
Yeah, it tells you what direction this motherfucker's going in, huh?
It's definitely one of our most dark records, if not the darkest.
I know that this band doesn't ever want to write the same song twice. But given that, Disturbed still has a sound. And let's call it a bag of tricks, you know, that we can reach into.
This record in particular, we brought back a little bit more of the more staccato, rapid fire type of vocal delivery.
You got your rhythmic vocal lines from Sickness. You got your melodic vocal lines from Believe. You got some of the tribal drum patterns that are like on 10,000 Fist. You have guitar solos on here. Those are some cool elements that are still part of our band. Why, you know, we shouldn't shy away from that.
We're still trying to, evolve and try different things.